Good morning, everyone. For some reason, my reverse camera is just not working. It goes black. I don't know how this happens, but it happens. This morning, I want to talk about Health Nut News. It is Erin Elizabeth. Please go and subscribe to this lady's channel. Okay? I've heard she's had some problems with her videos and YouTube channels shutting down, and she's also got problems uploading videos and things like that. It seems like the left, Democrats, are after her also. Anyone that speaks truth. It's literally a biblical story of Jesus Christ happening today. If you speak the truth, the kings are trying to cut your heads off, just like all the disciples of Jesus had their heads cut off. So John the Baptist cut their heads off. You know, whenever kings and rich people have $80 billion business like vaccines and killing people with electromagnetic weapons, causing depression and all these things, finding out how the body reacts to ultra low frequencies and understanding the chakra centers of the body. Only a holistic doctor knows this. Each chakra causes certain emotions for the human mind. Each emotion vibrates at a different frequency. This is why the ancients, Monday, the day of the moon, you know, and the days of the week are all the planets, because the planets, even NASA admits this, have emotional frequency emitters. In other words, they put out sound. Even the Bible said the voice of God creates the earth. So sound and vibrations is the most amazing science of all. And you can cause earthquakes and tidal waves and floods and droughts and all kind of things through frequency technology. This is called geoengineering. There's a website called geoengineeringwatch.org. You can go to the patents and you can see the list of, I think it's like over 200 patents on using frequency technology with HAARP, NexRad, Gwen, LRADs, I mean all these towers, cell towers to create weather by ionizing the clouds. That means electromagnetic metals sprayed in the air that help ionize the clouds. And you can steer these clouds wherever you want them to go with electromagnetic frequencies. The earth is electromagnetic. Your body is electromagnetic. Your heart, earth and heart, in gematria is the same thing. If you decipher the words, you see earth is heart. Your heart puts out an electromagnetic field. One of the biggest causes of death with directed energy weapons is heart attacks. Isn't that amazing? So you can dial into these frequencies. The police now have what they call LRAD, to where they can drive up to a crowd and with an MP3 player, they can dial into certain frequencies. They can dial into your stomach and make you throw up. You'll pull up with a truck with a big old sonic speaker on it, and everybody will get sick and vomit. Okay, frequencies control your body. When I was a child, I'll tell you this quick story. I had what they call a nervous stomach. All right? The doctor had no cure. I literally had my growth stunted. This was a fact. I'm right at about 6 feet tall. My family has on my father's side, have a lot of tall people. I even read in history to where my mother side had a family member that had American Indian. He was American Indian, and he had blue-green eyes, hazel eyes, and he was like 6'4", which is very rare to have an American Indian 6'4". So had a lot of height on my father's side. My grandpa was very tall. I think he was like in the 6'4" range or whatever, 6'5". But I'm like 5'11" or so, 5'11 and a half or something. And of course, I'm 53, so I'm in the shrinking phase, I guess. So, but I never grew up to be tall, and I always knew that I was supposed to be taller. But let's get back to the nervous stomach. Now, when I was a kid, I used to have horrifying dreams. I would hear my ears ringing through radio frequencies. And I know for a fact that even back when I was a kid, they were messing with the military was messing with electromagnetic frequencies in my family. My father would have these temper tantrums, you know, and he was in the military. He was in Korea. And he was, listen to this, he was a telephone man for Korea in the technology age. So whenever you're a telephone man, they select you in their field to do radio frequency, ultra low frequency testing. So I believe that my family has been a victim of this literally all my life. How can a child, have you ever heard of a child? I couldn't eat anything for a year. I would throw up everything. I remember it like it was yesterday. I even remember it. And the doctor had, he's got a nervous stomach. What the hell does that mean, a nervous stomach? It's just like my daughter, when she died, they were saying, she's got fibromyalgia, she's got lupus, she's got tachycardia, all symptoms of electromagnetic torture. Okay. So let's get back to, we're finding that people that are researching autism and vaccines are winding up dead. HealthNet News, Erin Elizabeth, she has uncovered over 84 deaths, I think just in the Florida area, by the way. You notice how the storm hit Florida? Well, listen, if they're using electromagnetic frequencies to kill people, so what they do is they attack an area, Houston, Florida, and they have these doctors in there that they're targets. So they use weather modification to attack an area, send in their kill soldiers, and all of a sudden these people are found dead. And do you know most of the biggest reason why they're dead is suicide? Doctors committing suicide. Seriously, with electromagnetic frequencies. I knew of a doctor during Katrina that took a shotgun and blew his head off. I mean, this is just not normal. I mean, it's just not normal. I just had a gentleman in one of my apartments that hung himself. Okay, my daughter, the official story was she committed suicide with drugs, which I had proof that she didn't do that. They wouldn't look at it. The coroner, every time I called the coroner's office, the police would intercept my call, and they wouldn't let me talk to the coroner. I would call Jefferson Parish coroner, St. Tammany coroner, and it was like they were in on it. And it's kind of weird because my daughter's body was shipped to Jefferson Parish. They claimed that the coroner was not there, which is kind of strange. And then she came back to St. Tammany, and I was like, what? They're shipping my daughter's body all over the place. And I'll quite honestly, listen to this. When I kneeled down at my daughter's coffin, they turned the lights out. And it was staged. It was a staged event by the power companies. Who's doing all the electronic torture? Well, the power companies are involved, absolutely. So as soon as my knees hit to pray to my daughter's coffin, there was a psychopathic lady that was working at the funeral home. She had her cell phone right there, and she pushed a button. I watched her. Okay, she had her cell phone, and she was holding it. I'm like, what is she doing? It's kind of weird. She's standing there. Why is she even standing there? I'm trying to have a quiet moment with my daughter in prayer. And she signaled to them. I kneeled, and as soon as I kneeled, the lights went out for about 30 minutes at my daughter's funeral. Okay? The lights went out. A transformer blew up. And they were letting me know, hey, they were sending me a signal, shut up, or we're going to kill you. That's what they were doing. So, I mean, you can call it a conspiracy theory all you want. But this Erin Elizabeth, please subscribe to her channel. Okay? This is why YouTube channels are getting shut down, guys. Too much truth out there. But she uncovered over 84 holistic doctor deaths in a very short time, by the way. And I think the biggest one is Dr. Jeff Bradstreet. The family hired a private forensic psychologist. And that private forensic psychologist proved that this guy didn't kill himself. Okay? So they're always saying, they killed themselves. Well, the ultimate goal of EMF scientific experiment is to get somebody to kill themselves. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I read that. Okay? Dr. Barry Trower, you need to watch him. Targeted individuals. You need to watch that. See, targeted individuals are the ones that are getting experimented on. The FISA warrants, the FISA documents, that's going to reveal all this stuff too, but they don't want to reveal it. Dr. John Hall, Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez, just to name a few. Bruce Hedendale. You spell it Hedendal. Hedendal. Dr. Joseph Mercola. Dr. I think it's Baron Holt. He was a chiropractor. Teresa Sievers, MD. Just a few. But on this web channel, they have all this research. She's got tons of videos. And oh my God, if YouTube shuts this channel down, shame on them, guys. Shame on them. I thought I saw my camera starting to work. It's weird. I don't want to touch the button. So, listen to this. 5 of them go missing after a run-in with the feds. So they're saying, all these people are doing is saying, hey, what's going on? These people are just dying. And they start contacting people. And next thing you know, the feds come and harass them. And next thing you know, they're dead. So we know this is tied into federal government. And understand, in 1933, Jesus died. Jesus died at 33. The Federal Emergency Reserve Act. Okay, there is no Christianity on this planet going back to 1933. It's nothing but a central banking system of Federal Reserve money printers. We don't have a government. I don't know why people think we have a government. You need to read. There is no government. It's a central banking system. And if you think these people care about you, you're very mistaken. They sit in meetings and they talk about their profits. That's it. If they got to kill 7 billion people to launch their artificial intelligence to where they can just kill people with frequency technology, if they don't conform or condition to their new Orwellian brain-dead zombified society of control, that's what they'll do. And that's what they're planning. They're planning on killing everybody on the planet. That's what's so secretive about this with EMF. They're even talking about, North Korea has EMF weaponry and Russia and all this bullshit. Your cell towers, your GWIN, your HARP, your Doppler radar, all that stuff can kill you. It's EMF, guys. All they got to do is pump a bunch of frequencies to it. I read, I think it was in Scientific Journal, to where a typical cell tower puts out, I think it's over 300 kilowatts of microwave radiation. Guys, your microwave in your house can cook a chicken in just a few minutes. And it's only connected to 110 volts. This is 300 kilowatt. You know what a 18 panel solar panel puts out? Only puts out about 4 kilowatts. I mean, this is 300. That's how much power. They can turn that thing up and kill everybody in the neighborhood. In my neighborhood, there's 5 cell towers around us. 5 of them. What the hell you need all these cells? Within a mile. 2 of them within a half a mile. I mean, why do you need all these cell towers? It's ridiculous. It's like they're experimenting on the whole population of the planet. The body is not designed for ultra low frequencies. It's just not. The Schumann cavity resonance is supposed to be 7. The 5G network is the most dangerous thing that's ever going to be launched. It's going to control the human mind. And then they're going to get rid of the cell phone, and they're going to integrate the EMF directly to your brain with little neurological receivers. Your brain and your heart and all your emotions are all electromagnetic, and they can control you. Guys, this is like biblical. It's almost like creating the Tower of Babel in the lake of fire. You telling me that cell tower microwave radiation is not a lake of fire? They've done this before. And we're just like angels of God, and we're trying to stop this. We're not terrorists like the feds say we are, and the Democrats and people like in Alabama. What is that? The Southern Poverty Law Center. We're not. None of the above. We're the good guys. And just like Pontius Pilate, they tell you that Jesus was the bad guy and Barabbas was the good guy. That's what they do.